Sometime I went fairly fast, but in just a few, maybe 10, 15, 20 seconds, I start going very slow. So please be patient. So that right there, I think of these as GBDFA, and I say it fairly fast, GBDFA. It's skipping every note on the piano, starting from G, but this is G sharp, but it's the same thing anyways. The accidental just works out. Okay, that's a G sharp. Let's just do it. That's an A, GBDFA, but remember the G bottom line of the bass clef is G, the top line is A. Okay, G, A. Now that's A. Now it's GBDFA. It's not good boys do fine always. I don't use that. Okay, GBDFA. And that is, I can't see very well from here. I'm on a little phone. Okay, that's an E. That's also an E. That's an A. A, C, E, G, or Ace G is the center ones. Ace, not the center ones, but that's the spaces of the bass clef. A, C, E, G. And that's a B flat. And that is a G. That is an E. That is a G flat. That is a G flat. That is a G for the guitar players out there. That's an E flat. That's an A flat. That's an A. I'm going to slow down a bit. That is a B flat. That is a D sharp. That is a G, or a GBDF, GBDFA. Okay, that's a G. That's a G, guitar players, in the treble. That's an E, E flat. Now that's a B flat. It's pointing, the stem is pointing to the B right in the center of that. EGB, or every good boy. That does the same thing right below the G clef, which is the treble clef. It does the same thing. They're both B's. In this case, the accidental is saying it has a flat, and so we're going to go with B flat. This is a G, GBDFA. That's a G. That's a G sharp. Okay, that's middle C. That's right above middle C. That's a B. It's a B flat. It's a D flat. That is a C. And it's symmetric about middle C. It's also on the bass clef, exactly 2 lines down. Handy to know, because they're probably going to be doing that shortly. So I'm going to say that's a C. That's not a C. That's an A. That's really in the bass clef. Most of the time, you can find it either way. Okay? Right below it is the guitar G. Guitar players know that G. So this is G, A. So that is an A. And count it up. B is the next one, and C is the next one, middle C. So that's below middle C. Okay? And so we're going to put an A. That's going to be a D. G flat. D. That is a C. A, C, E, G. A, C, E, G. And that's a G flat. And that's a B, because it's symmetric about the B. See the. Okay, I'm going to kind of shut up now for a little bit. I'm going to just go slow. That's a B. D in the middle is it. There's a D in the middle. And 2 lines, 2 spaces up and 2 spaces below this clef, bass clef, are D's. It's got the accidental sharp on it, We'll put that there. I don't think it was really an accident, but that's what they call it. Accidentals. That's a G flat, G B D F. Okay. My question to you, is that a C or an E or an A? Okay, here's your answer. A, C, E, G, the spaces. Notice that when you say C, it's right in the space there, not in the line. So that is a C. And if you look at that C, and then you go to the middle C, which is right in the middle, and jump up the same amount of lines, you will find there will be later on training on the C right above it. We probably ran into it before. But that also comes down and will come exactly that amount, and you will get a C also in that treble. Just the way it works. Pretty ingenious. Okay? Not all music is written this way, but I have seen some that I have. I'm doing a piece called Alla Turco Rondos by Mozart. And I'm looking it over, and they use this style here, where it goes up. This right here is a C. That's a G sharp. That's an F sharp. That's a D. That's an A sharp. That's an F. That's a D. That's an E, A, C, E. That's an E also. That's an F sharp. That's a C. That's a E. That's the C I just told you about. That's an E flat, D flat, C sharp. That's a B. G, B, D, F, A are good boys. That's a B. What is that? I know what it is, but I want you to look at that. F, A, C, E. It's right in the middle of that. That's an A sharp. See where that goes to also. If you know your lines, G, B, D, F, that goes to the F, and that's an F sharp. That's a B. It's your gift that I talked about a while back. That's a B. Now that is going up to a line. G, B, D, F, A. And that is an A flat. You have any questions about how this works, I can go into detail. In fact, it may not be today, but very shortly, probably today, I will go in and detail on this in my notes and paste it up there in the description. And I should have some kind of link or something to some other places. I also do ear training. It's really fun the way I do it. A flat, and that's going to be a natural A. Guitar players, that's your G. That's a G flat. That's an E flat. That's an A flat. That's your gift. That's your B. That's a C right above that gift. Right below it, A sharp. We go to E flat, C, and that's a D right there. That's another gift. You'll see this in a second. Okay. That is a B. Look where it lines up. That line right in the middle means B. And it's B like that on the bottom and B like that on the top of the G clef, or treble clef. So B. Now that's an E. Notice an E is one note above D. You'll see where that comes in hand real good. That's an F. That's a G. They did E, F, G. And then F sharp, E flat, and that is that gift again. It's B up there. Look right in the center. That's your B, and that'll be your answer. 2 spaces out and 2 spaces below. In other words, 2 spaces up and 2 spaces below are both B's in the treble clef. It works as their D's in the bass clef. Something that takes a little while to get used to it. But if you identify what's in the middle and you go out 2 spaces above and below, you've got it nailed. Okay? That's something I noticed about, well, I think I noticed that about a month ago. Okay? And let's see. So if I say that that is a B, we press B for the 2 notes. And then the next one is a C. And what C is that? And just because I know it's a C. I know it's middle C, but I was trying to bring some points over and I forgot. And I said, what is that? I know what it is. But for a second, I just had a thought and I didn't want to go, good boys do fine always, and go up to C or GBDF. I knew it. But I knew there's this little trick, and I say, well, it goes down to C, which is the A, C, E, G. That was just easier for me. So anything you can do to, a little trick you can use, do it. That's a C. That's middle C, by the way. And it's always close, because right there you came from a GBDF A, and you were just really close to a C. So that is a C, middle C. That's F sharp. That's D. That's G. That's G. That's F. What is that? That's C sharp. You can also see it there, A, C, E, G in the spaces. That's a C sharp. And also I went through pains to tell you it's 2 lines down. So C sharp. And if 2 lines down is C, 1 line down is E. You can also look at it in the A, C, E spaces. A, C, E, G. Go back to E. Right in the middle is an E, and that is indeed what it is. Don't go thinking that's a G flat. That's a B flat. G, B, D, F, A. Okay? Now there's a gift. 2 spaces out, and look where it's pointing. It's pointing to D. G, B, D. And that is a D. Now, it's pointing to B. So it must be a B. But it's good to know that the top line is A. Next note on your piano is B in the white notes. Okay? Here we go. A, B. And that's an F sharp. And another F. And right above that is a G, A, C, E, G. That's your F in the treble. And if you notice that we didn't do it, it does that again, it goes back to the first space in the treble. There was an F there and it pointed down right to the F. Okay? Now, this is an E flat, A, C, E flat. Okay? A, C, E, G, but back down. I just go as far as A, C, E, and I know it's a flat, so I say A, C, E flat. That's a D, we all know that. There's the gift. That's a B flat. Not a B, but a B flat. That's an E flat. That's also an E flat. There's your, what is that? That's a B flat. Gift. That's a G flat. Guitar players know that one. Okay, that is a D of some sort. You know it's a D sharp, but look right in the middle, gift. Okay, it's nice when you got about 5 gifts. It really lets you. There's a bunch of them. There's really, you start doing these patterns and seeing patterns and everything. Okay, that's a D sharp there. It better be a D sharp because otherwise it won't be good. That's a G sharp. That's a D flat. That is a C sharp. That is an E flat. That is a D. That is an E. That is a G flat. A, C, E, G. That is a C. That is an A flat. That is a sharp. G, B, D, F, A sharp. That is a G sharp. Guitar players are familiar with that big time when they read music a little bit, and it doesn't have the sharp on there, but one of the open strings is a G, and there's, I think that depending on, I think that's your G that's 3rd fret on the bass on the E string. Okay, so anyways, that's a G sharp, and we put it down G sharp, and we go E. That's a G sharp. A, C, E, G sharp. Okay, that's a C sharp. And how do I know it? A, C sharp. That's the G. That's the gift. That's a D. Okay. Tell your friends about these kind of trainings. I'm not really worried about subscribing. Views help me too, because this is stuff I've never heard before. Okay, and you can start seeing your own patterns too. Okay, that right there is a D on the bottom, symmetric about D. On the top, it's B. Okay, so that's a D. I'm probably going to get about 200 or 300 and I'll be talking and I'll make a mistake. And that's a D flat. And that, one thing about it, he doesn't have a tendency to put C flat in here because C flat is B, but you have to know that in harmonically, and he doesn't really have a C flat in here. So that is an E flat. That is a G sharp. That is a B flat. You know, look at the gift. B flat. Now that is a D in the middle. G, B, D. Good boys do. Okay. And so I put a D right there. Got 126 in a row. And that is an F sharp. We all know that. G, B, D, F, A. Good boys, you find always. I'm not going to say that too much more on this one. G, B, D, F, A. G, B, D, F, A. Say that G, B, and then G, B, D, G, B, D, F, G, B, D, F, A. But you put the flat in it. A flat. And that's a G sharp. And that's a B. That's a G. That's a B flat. Okay. Ready? There we go. Now, what is that? What's the quick way I just showed to do that? I know it's an A. It's below little middle C though. It's an A. Now, is that middle C? That's not a middle C, but is that a C? That's an A. That's a D flat. That's an E. That's an A sharp. And that's a D sharp. That's an A flat. Now that is an A sharp. That is a G flat. Again, that's a G flat. That's a D sharp. That's an A. That is an A sharp. And the clue is right there in that stem. A sharp. That's a B. That's a G. That's an A. That's an E flat.